Holy cow, we got a cool van tour for you today. This is a DIY by the owners. This is James.
Hello.
James, thanks for doing this. Really appreciate it. Where are you folks based out of?
Based out of Central Illinois.
Central Illinois. Down by Springfield, Illinois?
Just south of Springfield.
Okay, very cool. Well, what makes this van really special is it's a DIY, so do it yourself. You guys are building out of transit, right? He's got some really cool things we want to show you, and the way they're doing the materials is really quite different. So let's get into it. James, talk to us about the great room that we're standing in. So if we look at the galley, James, this is a split galley, which is kind of usually seen in really high-end rigs like the Airstream.
Yeah.
So why a split galley, and what's this stuff made of?
Yeah, so we wanted to keep all of the water systems on one side of the van. So in the end, we decided to put the sink, the galley part of the sink, on this side of the van. The countertops are made out of just straight half-inch plywood with epoxy poured right over the top of it for lightweight and durability.
It's beautiful. I love the color scheme. It's really nice.
Yeah, the base of the cabinets is all built out of extruded aluminum and then just covered in painted wood.
Kind of like this then, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And so how much fresh water do you have?
We have 40 gallons of fresh water.
40 gallons. Holy cow. And gray tank
And
then is under the sink. Is that how that works?
15-gallon gray tank under the van.
Okay, under the van. Okay, very cool. And this is a window, obviously. Up here is work in progress?
Work in progress, yes. So yeah, eventually you won't be able to see all of that. It'll look like a big giant cabinet door.
Cabinet door.
Basically. And then, yeah, so there's some of the electronic components in here.
So again, a Ford Transit. This was a hard thing to deal with right here, wasn't it?
Yeah, those are fun. Those are slightly modified. We cut off a small portion of it and then just wrapped in automotive fabric.
That is so great. You've got a touchscreen situation here, which is really nice. So looking at this side, again, big work surface. I'm not seeing a cooktop, so do you have like induction?
Yeah, so there's an induction cooktop. You just pull it out.
Perfect.
Set it on the shelf when you need it.
This is your view. So great. And so again, kind of work in progress, but I just love seeing the work in progress. It's really cool. This is not a microwave. What are we looking at here?
Yeah, it's a convection toaster oven, basically.
Okay, all right. And this?
This is the control panel for Rixon's hot water and heating system.
There it goes. Sunday morning, waking up slow.
Yeah.
Very cool. Lots of storage, a big fridge. But this is kind of what caught my eye. Show us this. Are you ready, folks? Yeah. Look at that.
Floor to ceiling
ceiling medicine chest. And just using just a couple inches, it would have been kind of wasted space by a lot of folks, I think. And you just, this is really genius. And then, what's behind the door?
Yeah, and then behind the door is the wet bath. So we have a tiny separate toilet and then shower, recirculating shower.
Recirculating. Tell us about that. What does that mean?
So the water, you can use about 2.5 gallons of water that just circulate through a filter system, and you can stand in the shower as long as you want.
That's so awesome. So the heat and hot water, hot water in the same deal, or?
Yeah, so the heat and the hot water are controlled by the Rixon system. There's just a separate heat exchanger to keep the water that you're recirculating on your body for showers separate from water that you would use to cook things with.
All right, so you get a vinyl roof. These are aesthetics, or?
They're aluminum panels that hold up the ceiling tiles.
I got you.
So if you ever have to do maintenance, you can just pop these down and pull the ceiling tiles down.
That is so great. So max air fan. So no AC, or you have an AC in back?
Yeah, AC in the back.
AC in back. We're going to look at that in a second. But I got a question for you.
So,
and the question is,
right.
And the question is, why build your van versus buy a van? That's kind of a big project.
It is.
So tell us about that.
We looked at several manufactured vans and couldn't find anything with the shape, the things that we wanted put into it the way we wanted to, mainly because in the back garage we wanted to be able to haul bicycles, and nobody's really building them out with the garage the size you need to haul up to 4 bicycles. Yeah, and then we looked at some of the other companies that build custom vans for you, and found that we could save a lot of money by doing it ourselves.
Doing it yourself, and you're learning as you go.
Learn as we go. So
watch a lot of YouTube.
A lot of YouTube videos.
That's awesome. Yeah. So we're gonna save. We're gonna show you the bedroom because again, your bikes are the big priority. So you got a really big sized bed back here, but it's kind of a work in process on the cabinetry. And I just think it's fascinating to show the folks the complication of building out a raw van, because it's not easy, right?
No,
it's not easy.
Nothing square in here.
Nothing square in here. So you're going to see some wiring and some insulation, and I think it's really cool to see that. And we'll then jump out and show you the outside. So this is the bedroom, and this I think is just so fascinating. So James, you're kind of thinking through what kind of cabinetry, what goes here. What's your kind of your thought process so far?
Yeah. So well, in using the van, we've found that we don't want cabinets to go all the way back, so you don't feel claustrophobic back there.
Like back by the back doors, right?
Yeah. So we'll probably go about halfway back with upper cabinets to store all your clothes in, and then there'll be some lower cabinets built up to the height of the mattress in the end that you'll also be able to store clothes in and set your phone on to charge and things like that.
Yeah, like a little nightstand.
Yeah.
And this is about a full-size bed, is that?
That's a full-size mattress, but it's designed for a queen mattress, so that's
'cause
actually not the end-all be-all mattress that'll
There's
be in
lots
there.
of space in between. Wow. Well, just thanks again for sharing your van. It's really nice. A huge fridge. Got a little bit of storage type of thing down here. And that's where we want to take you next, is outside, because this is pretty sexy too, all the stuff.
Yeah.
All right, let's go outside.
Great.
And jumping outside, it's kind of a standard transit. So what length is this one, James?
It's 22 feet.
22 feet. I've always liked how the doors fold almost flush to the sides. It's pretty cool. Up on top, you got a roof rack. Is that what we're looking at there?
Yeah, backwoods roof rack with 420 watts of solar, and then the Dometic 12-volt AC and the Max Air fan.
Nice. So again, I just love this kind of a thing, so we can see what goes on behind the scenes. Again, DIY, pretty complicated, 4 bikes. So kind of tell us what we're looking at here, please.
Yeah, so we designed it to eventually have some slide-out trays to put 2 bikes on each tray in the end. And then on the left-hand side of the van is all the water systems. So the hot water system and anything and everything to deal with liquids. And then on the right-hand side is all the electronic systems, batteries.
Yeah, it's really interesting. And you're using aluminum, so there's no wood, really.
Yeah, there's very little wood.
Very little wood.
Most of the framing is all 100% extruded aluminum.
So smart. So this is a gravity fill fresh water.
Yep.
Bug wall, I've heard these before. These are pretty nice, right?
A must-have.
A must-have. And I think what's cool is they have this like clear plastic, so you can roll this down and get the view.
Yeah.
Without compromising.
So if it's raining out or if it's cold out, you can still have a view.
Yeah, it's really, really, really cool. Have you had to use these yet?
No, not yet.
That's why you have them, so you not have to use them, right?
They actually also double as leveling blocks.
Leveling blocks. Yep.
So.
Yeah, so very minimal, almost stealthy. Well, it's the ladder. Tell us about the ladder.
Yeah, so the ladder is from the same backwoods company as the roof rack, so you can easily get up there and clean off solar panels or service anything that's on the roof.
On the roof. And just kind of walk around. It's pretty stealthy other than that. And this is not a Ford Transit bumper. What are we looking at here?
Now this is the backwoods bumper with the bull bar on it, and then we added a hitch to it and the other lights.
It makes it look pretty tough.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Next step is to put a lift on it and bigger tires.
And these are not dualies, they're just single
single
tires. Well, just thanks again for sharing your van with us. I know it's kind of a private space. And you're not full-time?
Not full-time yet, in about 2 years.
That's kind of the goal, right? Okay, that's very cool. And what's the name of your van?
So the name of the van is Sprocket Van.
Sprocket Van, where's that come from?
We named it partially after our dog who since passed. His name was Sprocket. And then we're also cyclists, which have lots of sprockets on them. So.
That's so awesome. Do you have an Instagram or anything, any social media you guys want to share out, or just?
We do. What's the?
Sprocket Van Ventures.
Yeah, Sprocket Van Ventures on Instagram.
On Instagram. So Sprocket Van Ventures on Instagram. So give you guys a few followers. That'd be great. But just thanks, James, for taking the time, sharing the van. Thank you for doing it. Mom giving the okay to do that. So I know it's a very private space. So just thanks again. And what we like to say always is journey on and peace be with you.